Hey everybody, Bob here, W2CYK. Back again today. We're going to show you some exciting new features we have in RFinder, the ability to find repeaters over routes anywhere in the world. RFinder is the worldwide repeater directory, and we've got machines in over 50,000 machines in over 170 countries. So pretty much anywhere on the known Earth, you'll find machines. And now you can find machines over routes, which is kind of cool. And I'll show you what that means. It's very exciting. We've been asked for this for a while, and I'm proud to be able to say that we have it. So late last summer, we released the ability to do routes on the web. And I'm going to be showing you that today too. And that's a great way of modeling your route before you're bringing it into RT systems. So let me just get down to it. First of all, in RT, you want to make sure you have the latest update. This is a TMD 700 programmer, but it doesn't matter which one you have. So you can see mine is up to date. And just always, not all, but update it early and often, and to make sure that you get all the latest features that Rod adds in. He likes to throw a lot of new bells and whistles in as time goes on. And as you can see, the original RT Systems RFinder web search had the ability to search around the location, and that's this one here. So you can still do that. You can search around a point up to 90 miles or 125 kilometers and get a query around a point. But we've added this new ability to do over a route. So as you can see, I've added in a route here from Oslo, Norway to Caen, France. And I'm just going to run that query real quick. And the length of the query run depends on how complex it is. So this one, I think it's about 15-20 seconds, and should come back to us in just a couple moments. And while we're waiting for that, I'm just going to jump over to the map. As you can see, I have on routes.rfinder.net, and your email and password that you put into your app or that you signed up with on the web on RFinder works works on all platforms. So your subscription works on the web, on your app, Google, on Android or iPhone. Soon to be BlackBerry and Windows Phone. We're very close. We hope to have it out by Dayton, as well as RT and some other third-party applications that have and are coming out. So we have a route here, again, Oslo directly to Caen, in the most effective route that we can go on, the fastest route. So here's our list, and we're starting up in Norway and working our way down across Northern Europe and Germany and Italy, and eventually down to southern France. So that's a query for Oslo to Caen. Now over here, I've modeled another trip, and this one is from Oslo, Norway to Caen, France, but this time I went through Normandy. So you can see I added a waypoint here in my query for Normandy, and by doing that I was able to bend my route to northern France and then work my way down to southern France. So if I open up RT and I do the same query again, and you notice there is no importing or exporting. You just type in where you want to go, and magically the repeaters appear. So I'm going to go via Normandy, France, right? And I say OK. And then a few moments later, again, about 15 seconds, 10-15 seconds, we'll have our trip from Normandy, France. So again, here's that query on the web on routes.rfinder.net. And again, I strongly urge you to use the web version to model your trip, because there's no mapping in RT systems, of course, yet. Who knows? And magically in a few moments we should have that list. And there we go. So again, Started in Northern Europe, Germany, and now you'll see there's many, many more French machines on this list because we veered our way now south through France from Normandy to Caen. So I've run a couple of more queries. This is one in the United States and Canada, and in this one we started up in Signal Hill, Newfoundland, as far east as you can go on the North American continent, down to San Diego. So we went diagonally across the United States. And on this one here, I modeled it a little bit differently. Again, same origin, same destination, but this time I said, let's go through Winnipeg, Calgary, Vancouver, Saskatoon, and Edmonton. And you'll notice that this list is not in order of the trip. And I did that deliberately so you can see that we, in the query, that we optimize your route based on what makes sense. We're not going to like loop around or whatever in the routing. So anyway, pretty interesting. We're able to go pretty about midway up through Alberta and work our way down through Vancouver and down the west coast. And if I go into RT, we'll do the same thing. So I'm going to go Signal Hill. This will let me type. There we go. And it turns out there's a bunch of different Signal Hills, so I wanted to tell it where we were going. But there's only one San Diego. And we're going to go via Winnipeg, Calgary, Vancouver, BC. There is a Vancouver in Washington State, so we want to make sure we get the right Vancouver, Saskatoon, and Edmonton. And we'll run that query. Now this query is a little bit more complex. It'll take about a minute, so we'll just let that go. I'm going to pause the video recording for a moment while that happens. Okay, so the query is now completed, and as you can see, we've now have a query that starts up in the Canadian Maritimes and crosses over Quebec and Ontario and slews over to Alberta and across Saskatchewan and then down to the Pacific Northwest. To Vancouver and then Pacific Northwest, and down the west coast of the United States through Washington, Oregon, and California, and down to Southern California to San Diego. So in one click, in one query, we were able to get the entire trip into RT. So that's very convenient. It used to be that you'd have to run multiple queries and then bring them in and concatenate them together. So we're very excited about this new feature, and a lot of you have asked for it, and your wish is our command. That's how we get all of our, not all of it, but we get a lot of great ideas from our users. So thank you very much. We want to please like us and subscribe to us here on YouTube and on Facebook. And remember, the directory, the repeater directory, is the official directory of Radio Amateurs Canada, as well as the official directory app of the Radio Society of Great Britain. So please take a look at us and subscribe to our system. And thank you very much. And 73 is all.